We're live?
Oh, we're live, apparently? Okay. Well, apparently we're live. So, hi guys. Welcome
Hi.
back
Good
to
evening.
another Monday night webcast. So, today we do have a poll question for you. And let's talk about your fear and reservations as far as marrying a foreign woman. You know, I don't think there's something left I haven't heard in the past 10 years of doing this. So yeah, throw it at me. So let's talk about your fears and reservations of marrying a foreign woman. What do you think can go wrong? And we're here to answer any of your questions in general about international dating and marriage.
Okay, we have some questions. Should we do questions or?
Yeah, let's do a few questions
you
anyway. I'm
guys,
gonna give travel updates and we'll switch to the subject.
All right. So from Dennis, since the Philippines has been closed so long and no real sign of opening soon, any thoughts of doing a possible online virtual mini tour or meet and greet? So we actually, Dennis, doing it, but individual, of course. We're doing a Skype call. So if you're interested, please give me a call tomorrow if you're interested in doing that. We're not doing a but Rona has a Wednesday show. It's all about Philippines, so maybe she can figure it out, something like a virtual tour with a group of girls.
Well, I get the point. So yeah, I mean, it's great to do Skype. So if you're talking to some women, of course you want to see them face to face and have a conversation, get to know each other better. So that's all wonderful. But overall, you know, having a mini tour and meet and greet online, it's great. But it's technically not gonna get you anywhere in a way that in order to be eligible for a fiancé visa, in order to start fiancé visa process, you need to show proof that you've met in person. So until you meet in person, you still cannot move on to the next step.
Or you want to meet and greet with staff in city, I wonder, or with the girls. That's interesting. But yeah, if you want to talk with one girl, it's possible. We're doing the Skype calls. So yeah, if you're interested, just give me a call.
The next one from Mark. To answer tonight's poll question, my biggest fear is that she will get tired of me and want to go back home. Well, I don't know about the getting tired of you specifically, Mark, but yeah, I mean, it happens, you know, ladies come here and it's not always working out. And could be a lot of different problems, you know, it's a little bit different lifestyle, could be new environment, and she would need a lot of support from you when she comes here, because things that you're used to here, things you take for granted, you know, anything from, I don't know, miscellaneous things like from, I mean, grocery shopping to paying taxes, to her it's a whole new world. So she will need a lot of support around the explanation, so patience is the key.
So Mark, it's not only you. So sometimes girls, they say, I'm ready to move out, I'm ready to leave my country. I mean, it's even hard to leave city where you live like for so many years, and now she has to leave country, her family, everybody, you know, and she come here and she might get homesick, and it's not only because you know. And but that's fear for everybody. What if you will get married to a local girl and she'll get tired of you, she will leave too. So it's not only about foreign girls, but I agree it's more difficult with foreign girls because she really can get a homesick. So, but it's like fixable. So it's a Skype call, she can do Skype calls, she can find Russian friends here. I mean, if she's from Russia, if she's from Philippines, we have like all kind of different girls Facebook page. So, and then in a year when she get a green card, she will go home. So you'll have to tell her all of those stuff, and you know. But you guys went through a lot. I mean, to bring her here, you guys do fiancé visa. It's a long process, about a year. So maybe when she get here, she'll think about it. Oh my gosh, it was so difficult to get here. Should I try and, you know, be more patient and give you a chance, you know, and not just throw feet and go back home.
Yeah, and especially when you go back home, you have to face all the friends and relatives and explain them why it didn't work out, you know, this little walk of shame, I don't know. So, of course, she will put her best efforts to make sure everything works out before she will even attempt to go back home.
Yeah, or you can explain her, hey, let's, give it time. Let's get that green card, and then you can go home and spend home like 6 months. She can be out of the country, then she can go back. Just need little patience, maybe more than with local marriage. So, but it's possible.
Yes, definitely.
But to get tired of you, any domestic girl can do that too. So it's not like.
But for domestic girl, again, as mentioned, it's easier. She has her friends. Even if she moved to a different city, she still has her friends. And there's no language barrier also. But when a girl from foreign country comes here, she will have a language barrier.
But it's easier for domestic girl leave, and for foreign girl, it's harder for her to leave.
Agree.
So
I agree with the point. I'm just saying, it's
easier way. So.
Yeah,
just need to be more patient,
Let's do some little travel updates, and then we'll get back to questions and continue this wonderful discussion. So as far as travel updates, I don't know if you guys, some of you missed last week webcast. So Russia is open. So foreign travel is allowed to Russia. So you can go, you can apply for visa. Ukraine is also open, but it has been open all this time. It's just some slight adjustments to travel into Ukraine. If you're not vaccinated, it will impact you, because you would need to take a COVID test not only before you go, but also upon arrival the first day. So basically you can do a test right at Kyiv Boryspil airport. So make sure you do that, otherwise you would have to undergo quarantine. So just make sure you do that. As far as other countries, not much change. Colombia is still open, Costa Rica is open, Peru. You also would need to do one more test upon arrival, not only the one prior to a trip. And as far as Asia, that's familiar dress. Yeah, just keep working. Thank you. Although I wore it already a few occasions, it's time for new dresses. Shopping time. Anyway, so Philippines. Still, unfortunately, no good news there. Local staff keep telling us, well, it's, maybe October, but I don't really hear any updates, so I don't put my hopes up till the end of this year as far as Philippines opening up, unfortunately. So if you're corresponding with someone, it's probably going to be a little while before you'll be able to go and meet this girl in person. Thailand is not quite open yet. I mean, you can travel to Phuket, although we don't necessarily provide services there. There are some profiles, some ladies that you can meet at Phuket, so if you're willing to do that, there are ways to do it. And China is unfortunately the same status, nothing changed. It's still really, really hard to travel to China. So I don't think we're going to be having any tours to China this year. So
our tours, September sold out. We will have a couple spots available in November tour, and November tour will go only one city. So if you guys, if you don't want to travel like all around the Ukraine, like go, so that's a good chance just to go to one city, two socials.
Yeah, it's a new experiment for us as far as that goes, because we've done one city tour in different locations, Latin America, obviously Asia, but in Ukraine we've done it only once many years ago, so it's fairly experimental tour, so we'll see how that will turn out. But I think it should be good, because Kyiv is a large city, there are plenty of ladies to meet, and it will be easier for guys just to stay in one location, because it's really hard to live out of your suitcase for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's it's
same
challenging.
location, a lot of girls. So November, everybody back to the city to work from their vacations. So I think it's fun. Not so hot. I mean, not so hot. Maybe not so cold.
Now guys will be complaining because it's too cold in Ukraine
now.
Not so
cold.
now
It's
we're
not a
gonna move to
winter
the next
quite yet.
problem.
And Thanksgiving dinner.
Somebody better
You guys
cook.
will cook together Thanksgiving dinner.
Somebody will have to cook. It will not be me.
Fun. So.
I'll find the volunteers. So anyway, let's go back to questions and see what other reservation guys have. So we'll see if we can make you feel more comfortable.
James, Привет, James. I would say my biggest fear in dating is wasting time and my emotions on someone that it doesn't work out with.
Well, it's everybody's fears. I think it's the biggest fear when it comes to dating, because everybody is just afraid to invest their time, pour their heart out, and just things don't work out in the end. And older you get, harder it is, because more heartache you experience, throughout your lifetime. So it's really hard to keep an open mind and open heart and just dive in and go for it. So it is really hard. So it's not only you, I guarantee you, every single person feels the same way.
Yeah, but how you will know, is it so hard if you never try to do that? And maybe you'll find your happiness, and and if you don't do that and if you'll be afraid of it, you will never find someone. So what's a more fear, to be alone all your life but be afraid of it, or be happy?
Yes,
After
when
that
Gretzky said,
effort.
you miss 100% of shots you don't take. I had
Yeah.
to put it there.
Okay. Okay.
So let's see. From Blue, got back from the Kiev-Kharkov tour, and the one I thought might work out, called it off. Well, that's, continuing the previous conversation. Unfortunately, it can happen. There is no guarantee that things will work out. You might have a few nice dates, a few weeks nice dating, a few months, and just something can go wrong at any point. Unfortunately, there is no guarantees, but let's stay positive. Eventually, something will work out somewhere.
Yeah. And always another tour. And
True.
Tani, why would I have any fear? I have been to Ukraine already. That was 2007. But according to my various sources, it's about the same, if not more open.
But again, the fear is not necessarily about Ukraine. It's more a fear of just failing and being hurt. I think that's what guys mostly talking about.
Yeah.
Here.
Melvin, regarding the poll question, my biggest fear is that a lady will lose chemistry with me over time and will want to divorce.
Well, that can happen in domestic marriage, in any marriage that can happen, and it will. There's excellent chance of, as far as losing chemistry over whatever number of years of marriage.
Well, you lose chemistry, something else you like earning, like it's more like I don't know how you say it, like really strong relationship. So you cannot have that chemistry all your life, like for 50 years. I'm sure
I think
nobody
it happens
have.
only really in Hollywood movies when
Yeah.
or maybe there's.
But it's something else there that are like more important after all that years together.
Exactly. You develop very strong personal bond. You're there for each other, for emotional support. There's so many things. But if you haven't developed that and chemistry is gone, then yes, there's a good chance things will fall apart and you guys will get divorced eventually. But again, that applies to absolutely any marriage, not only international. From C-Tone, I love the Ukrainian ladies, especially the very tall ones. I can't wait till I come out as soon as I get a chance. Well, when you plan on traveling, again, out of all the destinations, Ukraine is probably one of the most open ones. So just travel, go meet those wonderful ladies.
Anthony, if somebody gets tired of you, I would consider that a personal problem I'd fix before you go.
Well, it's easy to say. Plus, I don't know. Again, that can happen. It's not necessarily one person problem. It's just things can fall apart, and it's not one person's fault. From Darren, my only fear of marrying a foreign woman is that America will change her personality negatively. Oh, that I hear a lot. That she will get Americanized. That's my favorite. Other than green card thing.
And my husband always say, if I say something like not nice or rude, oh, you got Americanized. You're like American girl now. No, it's wrong.
Yeah,
what they're not teaching us, American girls.
You cannot change your core values. Yes, of course she'll adjust to life in the United States. Some things will change about her, some perspectives on life, which is maybe not necessarily a bad thing. But her personality will not change. Whatever her core values are, it's gonna stay the same. It's just that, a lot of guys use that as, when marriage fall apart, they use the things because, oh, she got Americanized and she left. No, you probably just didn't get to know her too well when, before you got married. People get blinded by love, don't really spend much time together, don't really know whom you're marrying. Just dive in and then find out then, well, there's actually not, wasn't that much in common to begin with.
Well, when we get older, we have different, thoughts. and we might change this. You're getting older, you're changing, so it's
what
not
do you mean?
nothing. Nothing. I mean, sometimes we're not like we cannot put up with some things.
So how different? So
what we used to put up like 10 years ago.
Okay, so are you very different right now from yourself 10 years ago?
Not much, but different. I'm not so naive anymore like 10
well,
years
that,
ago.
That pretty much happens to everybody. I mean, come on, if you're, still naive at a certain age, then yeah, there's some issues going on, but that's again not necessarily related to being Americanized.
No, I don't think it's not. It's
just
has
personal
anything
growth
to do with America.
Yeah. Let's go back. Keep going. Thank you, Jonathan.
Okay.
Jonathan, hello. I have two-part question. First, are there any Asian men from America attending AFA social? And let me answer that. Yes. Second part, do Ukrainian women go for Asian American men? That is my fear. Yes, I had actually quite a few of Asian American gentlemen on my tour, and they did just fine. Again, it's more about the personality, and what you have to offer, rather than your ethnic background.
From David, Paul, my biggest fear of marrying a foreign lady is she will soon change into an American woman. Don't we have enough spoiled women here already?
David.
I own the joke, of course. Nice cold shoulders, their honor.
But seriously, okay, so David, imagine you move to Ukraine
Just
or Russia.
pushing our buttons, I think, David, now.
I'm just saying, David, so you relocated to Russia, hypothetically, right? So 3 months after living in Russia, are you going to become a Russian man? No, I'm still going to...
In 10 years, you will become Russian
Well, you
man.
might develop love for vodka, that's the only thing, but really,
You
you're
will
not
get
gonna change
married
who
to
you
one girl, have a kid with her, leave her for another girl. So yeah, you're going to be spoiled. Yeah, it's the same thing.
From Steven, I would like to know if there are extra fees with K1 visa. Well, yeah, there are some extra fees, of course. For example, if the lady you're marrying has more than one child, there are fees for the second child to file for the visa. What other extra fees you can think of? Other than
Lawyer you have to pay if you decide to do it, or what do you mean extra? Besides lawyer fees, or no? So yeah, if you can do it yourself. So, but it's a lot of paperwork. Maybe you need to do it with a lawyer, but it's everything online. So yeah, you have to pay for a lawyer, probably around 2,000, and other small fees for sending all the paperwork to her and take her to embassy if she lives far away. So tickets, stuff like that. Around maybe, I don't know, 3,000 maybe total. Maybe a little more.
Yeah, plus minus, it's about that. I mean, it could be more, can be less, depending, where she lives. So, for example, if you're doing a fiancé visa with a lady from Philippines, she would need to go to embassy in Manila. She can be living in Davao or Cebu, but she needs to go to Manila. Or if you're doing it in Ukraine and your lady is from Odessa, so you obviously would have to pay for the expenses of her doing it in Kiev, etc., or Colombia, like going to Bogota. So just because the embassy is usually in the capital city, so just include travel expenses and all that.
So is Ukraine. I think embassy in Kiev. So if she's from another city, you'll have to pay for her traveling to embassy and probably one night stay in hotel. So yeah, plus minus, I think 3,000 is pretty much all. Mark, Dina, I have a question. I have a lady that I have been talking to, and her birthday is on January 6th. And how would I arrange a Skype call to say happy birthday to her? Yeah, Mark, remind me. On January 1st.
January 1st, really? I mean,
no,
January 1st? Like, come on, we're all going to be hanging over on January 1st. Don't remind us anything on January 1st, please.
Yeah, close to date. I definitely will forget, but you won't forget. So yeah. Let me know before that date. Of course, we can do Skype.
Hold you on around January 3rd. There's a chance.
I'll be okay.
By 3rd, we'll be okay. But
by 3rd, I'll be okay.
From Paul, I never had any fear dating Ukrainian women, and I dated a lot of them. I always had fun with that. Well, I gonna settle down, Paul, or what's?
See, Paul having fun with that.
Yeah,
no fear. So guys, really not so
man.
bad.
From B-Train, are there women over there that are over 40, don't want to have kids? Plenty. That's actually, that would be your target audience. If you're not looking forward to have children, you really want to stick to ladies 40 and above. Or technically you can date a younger group, but most likely you want to date a woman that already has a child. Because if she's younger than 40 and she doesn't have any kids, there's excellent chance she would want to have a child regardless of your destination country. So.
Stan, I never consider a Ukrainian tour, just considering the Colombian tour. What's the difference in the woman culture? Are there trustworthy thanks tocas, the Latin women?
Well, I mean, there's of course a lot of cultural difference between people in Latin America and people in Eastern Europe, and that probably is going to take about 4 hours to cover all of them.
The main difference how they look. So Latinas, they are more curvy girls. So Ukrainian girls, they are more skinnier girls. I'm going to start with
Let's
that.
Put some stereotypes over here, all right? Let's go for that.
And yeah, that's the main difference. But what else? Culture. What's in culture? Food, of course.
I guess as far as the culture, I would say they're more open. Overall, more I wouldn't say friendly and outgoing, but Eastern Europeans are more reserved overall. And when you travel to Colombia, people are just so nice and friendly. You can meet someone for the first time and she comes and hugs you. And
more energetic, probably. Yeah.
Just a
More
little bit different in that regard. So it's easier, I think. The process can be a little bit easier in Colombia comparing to Ukraine, because in Ukraine it takes longer overall. It's out of what I noticed for the guys, in Colombia people tend to commit to marriage, engagement marriage and all that a little bit faster. Not as fast as Filipino ladies, but I would say it's like a golden middle. So there's a Filipino ladies that commit to relationship like right away. We have so many, if we have a tour going on and we have 20 guys, so there's a good chance like 6-7 engagement during that tour pretty much before the end of the tour. It doesn't really happen on Ukrainian tours. Yeah, a couple meets, they start dating process, but I rarely hear engagements right during the tour. It's not very much in the culture for Ukrainian lady. For Colombia, I could hear here and there about some engagements before the end of the tour, so I guess it's somewhere in between if we're comparing the cultures there. And as far as the question, are they trustworthy? But people are people. The same thing, if I would say, are all American men trustworthy or Canadian men? We cannot generalize somebody's personal quality based on their nationality. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with that. All right, so what's the next one? From Casey. Question: is buying gifts a good way to show my lady that I really care about her? What should I get her on the gift shop? By the way, online gift shop is in need of a major update. By the way, love you guys. Well, love you, Casey, too. Thank you. But back to the question. So, Dina, what do you think as far as buying gifts? Is there a good way to show?
Yes, why not? If you're doing
especially
it for...
if it's shoes.
Hey.
I have to put it
Hey, no. Okay. If you're doing it for Ukrainian girls, all of them like flowers. So, anytime... you can send her flowers. She'll be really, happy about that. But we have holidays like March 8th, International Women's Day. You have to send flowers. Maybe Valentine's Day. No, if you don't want to send it to her on a daily basis. So, yeah, those holidays you're sending flowers. Maybe for New Year, stuff like that. So, major holidays. Yeah, she'll be appreciated. Nothing wrong with that. To send her a gift, they'll appreciate it.
Yeah, but there's a difference between buying gifts and trying to buy her affection and love there too. So don't go too far with that, because when you shower someone with gifts, it probably will have more negative impact on your relationship. So I guess it really depends on what gifts we're talking about. If it's just miscellaneous flowers and just small things here
or
and there,
a spa gift certificate.
Yeah, if it's something
nice.
reasonable, it's fine. Mm-hmm. But again, if you're buying everything she points out to the boots, fur coat,
we don't
your
have
iPhone,
that in a gift
laptop.
Shop.
Oh, there's stuff.
We're talking about gift
coat.
shop.
Well, There's stuff there. There's definitely stuff.
Really?
There are fonts and something.
Oh,
It depends. Now you're gonna
Wow,
check it out.
I'm gonna check it out.
So Phoenix gift delivery. Address is on the website. Yeah. Right.
I thought we have a flowers, chocolate, teddy bears there, and
You haven't looked at
spa
that in
gift
a while.
certificate. That's it.
No, there's definitely more, and
What?
the option depends on the location, because in some locations we can do, deliver more
Okay,
than others.
I mean flowers, teddy bears, and chocolate, and a spa gift certificate. I don't mean to buy like iPhones and other stuff.
I keep
or
just watching the
Gucci
footage of
or,
Kiev social. I
Louis
just keep
Vuitton.
getting distracted thinking about the tour. What are we talking about here?
Gifts.
Yeah, gifts.
So
yeah,
yes,
right.
reasonable, but not too much. Maybe like measure holidays.
Keep
Where did I go?
See, now start talking about gifts, and everybody's just
Yeah.
lost track of.
I cannot believe we have such a good gift shop.
It does not include Phoenix gift delivery. Okay, just so don't get too excited.
Wait, okay. From Citon. I have a doozy of a question. Can you ask the ladies, would they mind moving to space within the next 20 or 30 years based upon the spaceship that they're trying to create to go to Mars?
Do I really need to answer that? If you want to go for it, but yeah, that's interesting questions. Probably the most unusual one I've heard so far. And again, I've heard a lot of stuff throughout 10 years. Let's move to the next one.
Okay.
From Michael. When will the next year's tour will be posted? Well, so tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're supposed to finalize that. So we're supposed to sit down. I mean, it's actually pretty much ready. We just have a few minor details to check on that. And I think if we actually do finalize it tomorrow, Wednesday, it's going up. Might be even tomorrow evening.
Very soon, guys.
Yeah, that's gonna be, I mean, so far out of what I've seen, looks fairly interesting. They're gonna be tour to Mexico added. Yeah, that's...
Guys, you've been waiting for, right? You've been wishing, waiting,
some
calling
experimental
us about...
tours, let's put it this way. Let's see how that unfolds. Thank God I'm not the tour leader for that one. But...
Playa del Carmen?
No, actually, ironically, it is Mexico City, so I don't know what they're thinking, because there's not enough profiles.
Volunteer.
No. Okay, I could possibly consider Cancun and Playa del Carmen. I'm not volunteering for Mexico City, especially given the fact there is not that many profiles available to meet, so I'm foreseeing some interesting
You
experiences.
better go to Mars. I don't know, and get a tour there.
Yeah, there's a good chance we'll have more profiles on Mars than Mexico City at this point. From Steve, what does February look like for
going over there?
Is it too far away to know yet? Well, in what way? As far as weather, it's gonna be cold. As far as travel restrictions, yeah, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know how it's gonna change. I don't even know if John's gonna be doing that or not. Usually it's his tour, but I don't know if he still wants to do all this wonderful stuff.
Anyway, we'll have usually
that's.
February
I mean, the
tours.
concept for the tour is gonna be pretty much the same as before, so it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's going to be cold, but
Well,
it's
just don't buy any
impossible.
fur coat for women. That's all I can say.
Oscar, hello Dina. Many weeks ago you had mentioned not to set up dates with Russian girls in the morning because Russian girls are cranky in the morning.
Hey, let's not generalize here.
So is this true for all Russian girls?
Yes.
Yes. Guys, we have to wake up early in the morning in the cold. I mean, in the winter more crankier, so not dark outside. We have to go outside, put so much clothes on. We have to go to work. Oh my God, that just, I say yes. All my
What time
girls.
do you wake up? Exactly.
Depend. When I was in Russia, I woke up like at 7 a.m. was cold and freezing outside. Well, everybody who I knew in Russia was cranky in the morning. I'm sorry.
Well, if you live in Russia, you'll be cranky by default because you live in Russia. So.
We have to go to work. We have to drink some tea and cha. So even
I was waiting to say some drinking
boss
some
even
vodka.
never bother us in the morning because it's the worst. So. Well, guys, everybody different, of course, but yeah, It's in our culture a little bit. I don't know nothing about the Ukrainian girls, so. And if we call in Russian girls, we always call them in the morning, in the evening, sorry, because time difference. So.
Yeah, it's easier for them to talk after work. So if you're talking about phone calls, I just imagine she finished work, she come home, she can relax. So and she doesn't have to stress out in the beginning when they thinking, oh, I'm gonna be late for work because of this phone call, or so she's all done for the day, she's all
Just
yours.
the lifestyle, guys. So cold there. We have to wake up early, go on the bus or a taxi, something, Outside is rainy or snowy or all that kind of different weather, and we have to go to work in the dark. Nothing excited about that. I don't know.
Right, next one.
But Anna, on the other,
I guess I'm
she wake
Americanized
up
in that regard. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
She's
so.
running, so she's so happy
Well, because you
in
live
the
in
morning.
Arizona, yeah, you cannot really run at 7 o'clock. You already want to die in 120 degrees.
Guys, yeah, here's different. You wake up and it's sunny here, so nothing to be cranky about. But I'm still a little cranky in the morning.
Yeah, I'll try not to talk to you till 10 a.m. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
All right, let's just where we're at. Anthony, I could say something corny like my fear is that Ukrainian women won't like black men. That is simply not the case. Right. From Sean, do women in Ukraine have a positive reaction towards American men?
Yes.
Yes, at least most of them. I guess it depends on American man.
Yes, American men is really, when they see American men, very smiley, open, happy to see them. Oh, why not?
From McKissick, oh, I've been waiting for somebody to finally say that. Answer to poll question. My biggest fear is that she's scamming me for a green card and for money, and that she will divorce me as soon as she gets her permanent resident alien status. Of course, I'll be a lawyer by then and won't be pushed over in the court system. Oh, where do I start?
I guess. I hope you're joking because, no, really, it's difficult to play. She needs to be a really good actress. When she gonna get that green card? In 2 years. That real one for 10 years, what she cannot lose.
And we're not even mentioning the dating, even before you guys engaged, before you filed. So let's imagine, so day one you met, you dated for, let's say, minimum 6 months, then you got engaged. Then you did the fiancé visa, which is 9 months. So let's just make it even. So year and a half from the day you met, and she finally got her green card. And let's imagine she came to the States right away, and then you guys got married and filed for the permanent green card. So by the time she got that, you have 4 years of relationship, in which three of those years you living together, wake up in the same bed. So if she could fake that, well, she's a great actress. Meryl Streep should, move over because
she has no emotions. She really, cold-hearted woman who can, see target and she goes there. But even it's happened, you still will have 4 years out of it. So
it's just go update, get a new wife, come back in 4 years.
So I don't know. That's just really difficult.
Point is,
it's impossible.
If she fakes it for 4 years and you totally blow by it and you don't see absolutely no red signs.
That's
4
your
years.
fault, then.
That's on you. That's, Anyway, from Mongo, is there many girls that under 30 without kids? Are most 30 plus women with children? It depends on which area we're talking about. It's less, for Latin America, it's more common for women to have children, I would say, overall. Even in Eastern Europe too, but there are plenty of ladies under 30 without children, so I don't think there's an issue.
More even now, before it was issue, you're 30, you're not married, you don't have a kid, that's really, a lot of blame from the family. But now, girls, I see they're getting married later and they're waiting later for having kids. Yes, it's a lot of girls.
Ernie, I agree with Anna and Dina. I have been in and lived in different countries and was the same person in each country. Of course, I learned things, pick up nuances, and grew as a person. Exactly. Thank you,
Yeah,
Ernie.
that's what I was going to say. Grew as a person. Yes, when
Yeah.
you
So you don't change your personality.
Yeah.
You can grow, but that's about it.
like have different opinions. Even if we grow older, we grew older. Even my taste, different. So I can like some food. Would I never thought I will eat it like, like a pepper. I hate pepper before. Now I eat it. Or Mexican food. Oh my gosh. 10 years I was not able to eat any. Now I eat a little bit.
And when we're talking about, Americanizing and personality change and all that,
That's
it could be somewhat the
really
case with
Americanized.
like very, very young girls. Okay, if you end up marrying 18 years old, she's a teenager, she is gonna change. So you buy a cat in the bag, and also if you marry a really young girl, then there is excellent chance of something happening down the road. So be prepared for
Yeah,
that.
because I was
That's risky taken.
26 when I got married. So I got here at age 26. Now, I won't say even, but 15 years later, of course I have different opinions on different things,
I
And
still
it
have different
doesn't
opinions on
mean
different things.
It's America. I would have it in Russia too,
That one's for you.
Okay. Sean?
Sean?
Is it a good idea to set up a phone call before leaving? Yes, and Skype call even much better. I cannot imagine, guys, how. With now new technology, that's a Skype. It's your first live meeting, so you can see her, and you can decide if you really want to have a date with that person. So, and she will do that too. So. Yes, it's a great idea. If you cannot do Skype call, yes, phone call will be wonderful too.
Next one from Jerry. My private correspondence just came to an end once I found out she got vaccinated a few weeks ago. I offered to send her supplements, and that was 4 months of daily letters, emails, and so on. What?
Jerry,
yeah, I'm not quite.
Want her to get vaccinated?
Yeah, I don't really don't see the correlation.
Isn't it a personal
because
choice?
Okay, maybe you want to clarify what you're saying there, because I don't think I found a correlation between the end of correspondence and vaccination.
Did she get sick? Maybe if you want to get supplement, I'm not sure. Yeah, Jerry, let us know what's going on.
Yeah, not positive what you meant. So please clarify.
Steve, I have no fears in marrying a foreign woman. Fear depends on how many blockages, inhibitions in the mind has. Well, I had no fear to marry American men, so because I decided already I'll do it. And what could possibly happen? I come here, I have 90 days to decide. Actually, yeah, maybe I think some girls have fear because if it's not going to work, they have to go back, and face a family and co-workers, she has to go back, yeah, but I had no fear. Why not? Why not to try? Yeah.
All right. Next one from John. Could you compare attitude on age difference between Philippines and Ukraine? I understand that Philippines will accept 20 plus years age gap, but Ukraine is 10 years max. I would not necessarily say that Ukraine is 10 years max. Ideally it would be great, but I see a way more bigger age difference than that. But Philippines is the only destination that we go to where women completely don't care about the age difference. So yeah, that's really not an issue there. So I've seen significant age gaps, 20, 30, 40 years in some cases. So they're really open-minded about it. In Ukraine, not as much, but even though 10, 15 years is absolutely not an issue, 20, we're a little bit pushing it, but still might happen.
Joseph, what's the best time of year, economically speaking, for cost of solo trip? Airline and hotel in Ukraine, cheapest time of year.
Airline-wise, the airline ticket, it starts going sale overall in mid-October, and starts getting cheaper and cheaper. The lowest would be probably February because nobody wants to travel.
Oh, March is
Oh yeah, February, March till the end of March. Usually that's a sale time, and then it's picking up back again, and the peak season is summertime. So if you want to get the cheapest ticket possible, you probably want to shoot for February,
cheapest
March.
tickets was when was COVID. That was the cheapest ticket.
Yeah, but traveling was a little complicated. It's
Yeah.
much easier right now.
David, any news from Schengen tours for 2022?
2022, I don't know, don't have my crystal ball. I mean, we will have it on a schedule. Whether we'll have them or not, I mean, that depends on China, whether China will open up. So hopefully, yes, but... From Chris, hello everyone watching the shadows tonight. Chris. David, how about gifts in China? What have
I wonder
you
how
seen?
many viewers we're gonna have tonight with shadows.
I don't know.
That was
Shadow
purpose.
viewers. Oh, God. From David, well, how about gifts in China? Oh, hold on
Oops.
there. Let's go
Sorry.
back to David.
Gifts in China.
Gifts in China. What have you seen with gifts to Chinese ladies? I haven't seen much. That's a good question for the gift department. I mean, it's easier for me to see what's, with Eastern Europe, but for China, it's plus minus the same set of gifts for China that we have. So, I mean, honestly,
I'm so curious about that gift shop. I'm going to look it up.
So you're gonna talk to John to add Phoenix to
Yes. Paul, 95% of the men who write letters will never get on an airplane and go to Ukraine.
or any other destination for that matter. Yes, we do have a lot of keyboard
You
roamers.
guys, how many times are going to tell you? Don't write letters. Go and see a lady. So
I mean, I can see somewhat why people write a lot and don't go anywhere because it's safe. You can tell everyone,
but
hey, I
it
have
will
this
never
beautiful
get you
girlfriend.
nowhere.
Yeah, it will not get you anywhere, but on the other hand, you can tell people, hey, I have this beautiful girl, and just, I'll have all this perfect fantasy, but it just never comes true. But it's a personal choice.
That's sad.
Well, I mean, again, some people are very happy with that, so I'm not the one to break their bubble, so. Where were we?
Sean.
So I'm just a down-to-earth kind of guy that makes a decent income. Does my financial status matter to Ukrainian women? I'm not rich by any means, but I'm a homeowner and have the basics.
You're a perfect candidate. So it wasn't like my husband. He was not rich. He was an electrician, so he had home and decent income. So yeah, perfect. You ready? Jonathan, will AFA travel to other countries such as India and or Japan after COVID?
The answer
I
is
wish
no.
Japan.
No. Well, I will go. AFA will not, but no. So we're not going to be offering tours to those locations for various reasons.
Mark, do all Russian ladies need a full fur coat during the winter? Before, now they have such good fabrics what will protect you from that cold and freezing in Russia. So no, they're not anymore. And it's not so fashion anymore because all that Greenpeace and all that stuff. Even now in fashion, those teddy bear coats. Remember teddy bear coats?
чебурашки, что ли?
Чебурашка.
Yeah.
Teddy bear coats. Yeah. So no. Girls more like smarter now. They're more like supporting Greenpeace and all that stuff. So and very good materials, fabrics to protect from all that freezing and cold. Do not buy.
You still have the fur coat. You still do have fur coat.
I don't know what to do with that. I
Proud
can just throw
owner
it
of
away.
fur coat here.
I cannot throw it away. My dad bought it to me.
So it's emotional attachment. So I see the excuse there. From David. So Dina, you're cranky in the mornings in Russia, now you're not, so does it mean you changed?
I'm not. According to my husband, I'm very cranky in the morning, so, well,
I don't know, not at work, I don't see that.
with my husband.
Well, yeah, I see you up past 9 a.m., so I don't know what's going on before 9.
Well, you're talking about morning, I'm talking about 7 a.m. That is
Well,
morning.
I don't know, we traveled.
Here's
I
already
don't know
like
where we traveled, and
not?
I haven't noticed anything.
So maybe just with husband, or with the boss.
That's
but-
called.
I mean, John is the best ever. I never see him till like noon probably.
So I don't make you cranky in the morning.
Yeah.
That's good.
In Russia, we always had meetings like we come to work and we always had a meeting like at 8 a.m. or so or 9. Oh my God, it could be cranky.
Anyway, so let's go back to questions.
Sean, do you guys propose to the ladies they like prior to leaving?
To live in the country or prior to live? I mean, so prior
Prior.
live in your country or United States?
I think you mean leaving country, her country.
Well, depending.
My husband did, so, and I know some people who, yeah.
Yeah, it's more common
Why not?
for Philippines. So somewhat for Latin America, it's less common for Ukraine, especially nowadays. It
If
can
you
happen.
go there and everything is working out and you guys have chemistry and you're both on the same page, why not? Yeah, hurry up, propose. But if you have doubt, yeah, maybe you need
Yeah,
to go and
just see how you
again.
feel.
You know, it depends on you. Yeah, depend on your feelings.
From EC, great webcast. Well, thank you. Including space travel questions.
Because shades.
When you and Marie and Magine mentioned the ladies are family oriented. Oh, hold on, I lost your question. Mentioned that ladies are family oriented. What do you really mean? Do the ladies know they're moving to the United States to create a family with me here in the United States? Well, I think they suspect they move into the United States when they join a marriage agency, start looking for foreign husbands. So I think they kind of suspect that foreign husband comes with the country change. Another parents and grandparents, they possibly won't return to their home country. Well, that's unlikely when women do not return to their home country. Usually people go back and forth, some more frequently than others. It depends on family financial resources, but yeah, it's unlikely she will not be coming back for at least quite a while. So anyway, poll question. Biggest fear, the cultural differences. Language, they need to have a driver's license, and drive a car, understand and live within a budget, and that money doesn't grow on trees in the United States. Well, all right, I get the budget thing. I mean, but again, it applies to any marriage, not necessarily only a foreign marriage. As far as driving, yeah, well, yeah.
Well, I noticed a lot of girls driving already in Russia, in Ukraine. You know, economy is better, so they haven't caught some of them, of course not. But I want to talk about. So she joined our agency, and she already decided that she could move out of her country. I mean, she's going to marry to American, and it's very rare when American will go to Ukraine and live there with her. Of course, she knows that it's possible to move to. She possibly will move to America. So she already decided in her head, yes, it's possible.
Just
So
a matter of finding,
no
with
fear,
with the right man. So, you know,
with the right man, yeah.
I do hear that, you know, some of them guys say, well, those women are not ready to leave their country. They don't want to move to the United States. They just don't want to move there with a specific man. When they find their, you know, Prince Charming, white horse, she will pack your suitcase. That's not a problem. But it's just, you might not be her Prince Charming. And that's, you know, they just use that as an excuse. They don't want to say, you know, oh, I don't like, you know, you personally. They will just try to make it sound more neutral and say, hey, no, I'm just not ready to leave my country yet. Again, wait for the, you know, Prince
Yeah,
Charming.
then culture difference, language. Well, English language, the easiest language that we can learn. I mean, from Russia or Ukraine, because we have movies, we have music on English, so we're learning it in school, college, university. So we already have some. We already have basics. So when you come to country where you have no choice but learn English and speak English, you know, it will take you a year, you know, to start, and then you can, you know, sign up for college, just, you know, community classes. So that's not so difficult. In driving, maybe it will take longer than usual to start driving, like me and Anna took one.
Oh God, that's whole another story. Me and Dina's driving. A lot of people know.
I was not
How long it
unhappy.
took for you?
For me, like about 8 years or so.
Yeah,
How about you?
yeah. So I bought my first car about, let me think, about 8 years ago. So I bought it. I drove it. I got a driver's license. You know, I had like 6 lessons from Russian driving school. So I drove this car from parking lot from the dealership to my place, like 2 miles. I freaked out. There was no way in hell I'm doing it. I left the car there in 5 years, and I have not drove it in 5 years.
Because there was nobody there say, "Hey Anna, go and drive.
Get over
go
it and
drive."
just do
no,
something.
She said no. She decided not to. But I was
Yeah.
not unhappy for not driving, and I had no needs to go drive because I had a kid. So, and then when I have to drive kid to school, I had to drive. I have to go to work, so I have to drive. There's no buses, no metro.
I was thinking bus you.
I used the bus. I
Yeah,
was,
well, for a long
she
time.
was really brave because when I go on the bus
So
here,
stupid.
I thought maybe I need like little gun or something with me or pepper
Well, that's
spray at
where
least.
kickboxing comes in handy, you know, guys.
It
Because
was
Phoenix
little
public
scary.
transportation can be a little
Yeah.
shady at times. Yes, Kevin, it is.
So,
Good luck taking a bus till 10 p.m. here in Phoenix, in southern Phoenix especially.
Yeah, but it's also depending on the person. So some girls like have no fears; they just go drive, and especially when she'll have to go to work, she'll start driving. It's not such a big deal.
Well, yeah, and anyway, so I gave it second attempt, and I bought
and
the
about
second car.
budget, I was going to say.
Yeah.
So do you think girls like come all from rich families or what? Like from Ukraine, they have $200 a month. Some of girls have $200 a month. Do you think she doesn't know how to live on it? I mean, how to go to store and not to buy everything, just what she needs? I mean, she's probably more, like better with budget than you.
Well,
I think
I
Americans
do see
waste
a
a
lot
lot.
in Eastern Europe when people think money is growing on trees. I do see a lot of
But
that.
not all of them. I mean, when girls have so much just money a month, what
Yeah,
she
well,
doesn't know
but
how
she
to.
knows her reality. So she knows the reality in Ukraine or Russia, whatever it is. But she, her opinion about United States is based on Hollywood movies, and she thinks that everybody lives like Sarah Jessica Parker in Sex and the City.
Well, that's not all girls. like
Not
that.
all, but you will see a lot of it. I mean, I talked to quite a few ladies in Ukraine. I've seen a lot of that attitude there. So,
Well, you need to just choose the right girl. That's it.
That's
Not all
the key.
girls like that. And if you go after supermodel or like I don't know, that's you probably will expect it from her. But if you go to after like a really down to earth girl, I think you'll be good.
all right, let's get
Yeah,
moving.
just-
From Ernie, I'm afraid a woman will just want me for sex. Well, that's a good problem to
Wow.
have. So, next one from Stan. I love you guys' sense of humor and tag team. Just beautiful. Thank you, Stan. From Dave, poll question. Worst scenario would be she decides we need a bigger boat. Worse yet, a power boat or becoming landlubber. Eh.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
Leonard, you're awake. Good morning, Leonard.
Oh, Leonard.
Greetings from Thailand. Poll question answer. Poll question answer. Great dress. Well, that was not a poll question, Leonard. My greatest fear of dating Ukrainian. By the way, you're not dating Ukrainian. You live in Thailand. Is that she turns out to be a lady boy. Then again, you live in Thailand, so that's
That guy's what you should be afraid of, not of others.
Okay.
That's nothing compared that fear.
Leonard. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. Let's keep moving on. From Blue, one thing I found.
Leonard want me keep your dress, by the way.
Yeah, Leonard, I'll send you an email. We have a lot to talk
Well,
about.
Anna has a great body, so she
Can we just
she can-
focus on? Can we just possibly focus on those wonderful questions and get?
All right, Blue. One thing I found out the hard way at the July Kiev social is having a waitress spill a tray of champagne on you. All the women at the table came and tried to clean me up, touching me all over. It was really interesting.
People having a good
Did you pay
experiences.
the waiter?
That's actually a good tip for the guys in the
Guys,
future. Just spill
yeah.
some champagne.
Yeah, but to have like a backpacker's clothes.
Nadia.
It'll be cold if you go in November.
Next one from Daniel. Hello, ladies. Salute of Argentina. Ukrainian girls want to travel to Argentina. I guess why not?
Absolutely.
I don't see problems that.
Brian, no fear to marry any foreign woman. Will time try to keep us apart? Yes, but our love for each other will keep us together. Always keeps the romance in the marriage. We should put it in somewhere here. That Brian, good.
From
Yes,
Charles, with a bunch of political questions. Has the recent Joe Biden? Okay, do we really have to talk about politics here? Can
Not
people
very
in
good
Afghanistan affected the Ukrainian women's opinion of men from the United States?
No.
The answer is no. Yes. You see, I think it's only question me and Dina like completely agree on without having this discussion. Like, no.
Girls in Ukraine, they're not about politics at all. They hate to talk about that, and you shouldn't talk with them about it.
Yeah, just keep the politics. It's you know, when we're talking about the
We
dating.
have so much stuff to talk about. Why you need to talk about that political crap?
Any impact on upcoming FA tours to Ukraine? No. How about Belarus-Poland border issues in the news? Well, when I go to Belarus, and yeah, what they're talking about building a wall. I'm not sure how that's related to the.
Oh my god.
It's
Okay,
yeah.
Charles said sorry for all political questions.
Yeah. Well, anyway, basically none of it has any effect on international dating in Ukraine.
No.
To save you questions. From Jerry, how long does the New Year celebration last in Ukraine? Till
10 days.
January 10th.
10
Well,
days.
more than that. They start like on 28th.
Yeah.
Sober up by January 10th, hopefully.
Don't go to Ukraine on December 15th till February 1st.
After November social, I want to get tickets to go back right after that. Tickets are cheap right now, and I can cancel if I need to. Also, yes, technically it's a good idea. So if you meet someone you like, I mean, you might want to spend the New Year's holiday together. So if you're in an established relationship, it's a good idea to come back for New Year's. If you're just thinking about first dates, not such a good idea because nobody will be available for the first date.
Ernie, most if not all communication is an illusion until you meet a person face to face.
Agreed.
It's true.
From Steve, I'm 57, perfect shape, good looking, and modest. I want to have a kid. If I see a 36 years old
You
girl,
know Steve?
no, I'm just saying, you know,
modest.
based on this description, it's just like perfect shape, good looking, you know. I mean, I don't know Steve, never seen him, but
Okay, I
I'm
thought
just
you
saying.
know Steve because
No,
you
just
just said-
sounds very modest, like very modest description. But if I see a 36 years old girl on your website who says she does not care about age difference, do I have a chance with her? Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, it's okay.
you know.
Age difference is okay. Yeah, especially if you're in a good shape and modest and good looking.
Special modesty is the key
Yeah.
here.
Why not?
Never say never. Are those intro letters sent acknowledged by the lady themselves? So how intro letters work? When a lady joins the website, she writes a message, and matchmakers in local offices and agencies send it to everybody who matches her criteria. So she will tell them, hey, I'm looking for a guy, let's say between 30 and 40, 30, 50, whatever it is she has in mind, living in Europe or United States or whatever it is. And they're going to be sending to everybody who match her general criteria. So somewhat it's, it is from the lady, but it's sent by matchmakers.
Edward, can Ukrainian women travel to Costa Rica or do they need a visa first?
I believe they can travel there visa free, just depending on the act to travel there given the airline situations, but yeah, doable. From Gordon, a Russian tour guide in St. Petersburg told me in 1999 that a fur coat in Russia is not a luxury, it's not a necessity.
It was so cold back there in Russia. You know, now it's more rainy and not mild weather, but it's like a very cold. And that fur coat really warming you up. Yeah, it's true. But it was nothing else to, you know, substitute that fur coat. Now it's a lot of new materials and what will keep you warm, you know.
See, moving to Arizona is a good
That was a
substitution for buying the
nice
fur
tour
coat.
guide, actually. Very nice of him.
Maybe she was hinting at buying
Yeah.
him or her, you know.
And weather is not so cold now, so more rainy. And you cannot wear a fur coat when it's rainy. So
From David, after the webcast ends, do you walk away from the camera thinking, wow, Mars really... David, I roll my eyes quite often, not on camera, off the phone. Yes.
that's
From Jerry, if you have been corresponding with a woman for a while, are there signals that she will give you that she wants to see you, or even say when you're coming to see me? Yes, if she's interested, she will be asking that question. If she's not asking that question, then you should be concerned. Okay, maybe she's not gonna ask that question the first or second letter, but if the fifth letter she's not even mentioning when we're coming to, you know, just planning or thinking about coming, then I don't
well, I
know.
don't know about letters, but if you call on her and you do Skype, for example, that's the first question. When are you coming?
Yes. From Jerry, poll question. Hard question for a guy to admit the fear. Well, for again, any human being in general. I think mine is she would not like the place where I live and become bored. Other than that, it's on me for her to feel comfortable and safe.
So you have to explain her before, when you even meet with her where you live, maybe show some pictures and explain her that maybe it's like out of city. If she's city girl, maybe she need to find somebody. If she want to live in a big city like New York, maybe she need to find somebody from there. But you need to explain her where you live, what kind of house you have, and what's the environment around. So, and be honest.
Yeah, I mean, just
right
do a
away.
lot of video calls so she will have, before she moves here, so she will know exactly how surrounding looks like, and if she's not happy about it, then it's easier not to proceed with that.
Yeah.
David, what kind of car was that? That was Honda Civic, if it makes any difference, I don't know. Well, actually, we are out of time right now, so I don't know, a couple. Okay, let's do one last one.
All right.
And we'll wrap it up.
Never say never. I was a movie, Never Say Never, if you remember.
That's a saying too.
Or a show or something. Are the ladies required to respond to all paid letters? I sent some letters and it all got respond, but not all sound genuine, which made me raise my eyebrows.
Ladies are not required to, so they're not required to respond to letters. I mean, if they're not interested, what we ask them to do is just reply, hey, I'm not interested. If that happens, that's fine. So you send her a message, the first message, and she replied, hey, so, for example, age difference is a problem, so it's not going to work. That's fine. Just reach out to our express mail departments. They will credit it back to you, so you don't end up losing those $10.
Yeah, but some girls just to try to get your attention, or they writing. But we recommend not to write any letters, just to go and see the lady, We're not trying to push you to write letters at all. So you want to do letters, do phone call, do Skype call. We have so many other ways to talk to the girls. And then eventually you need to go see her. So, and you might write like couple letters before you go see her. That's it. That's the way to do.
And on this wonderful note, we can wrap it up for today. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you next Monday.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Thank you.